Hello everyone and welcome to Battle of the Beasts All Generation episode number 33. I am Adam and today I got two more beasts fighting it out. We're going to go right into this. Both of them compete in the Old Generation tournament. One came third place, the other died in round one. So, that kind of sums up what the battle will most likely be like. But, here we are, we'll get into it. So, representing Series 1. Where it all began. And actually, literally where it all began. We have Ferno, the Fire Dragon. And, representing Series 3, the Dark Realm. Book number 2. A beast which I kind of grew to appreciate a little bit over the course of my Beast Quest career on this channel. Skor, the Winged Stallion. And I remember saying Stallion this time, because last time I mentioned Skor in a video, I accidentally called him the Winged Scavenger. Sorry, Carnivora, that's blasphemy. Kind of is, really. So, with that, we got Ferno versus Skor. Now, I would say Skor is the upper hand due to the fact in the book Skor had Ferno, but no, that was actually Tusk which held Ferno hostage. Skor held Epos hostage. I do get them confused sometimes, but yeah, Skor did not keep Ferno hostage. So, in other words, good luck. So we're going to go into the stats now.
Ferno, the Fire Dragon. In the caves of the south by Avanti's winding river lurks Ferno, the Fire Dragon. Ferno is so enormous he has been mistaken for one of the mountains. The Fire Dragon patrols the river and makes sure that the southern towns of the kingdom are never flooded. Should the waters rise, he can use his clawed feet to build protective dams. Their sudden appearance confuses the locals, but they are very grateful for them. And now onto his stats. Fire Breath, being able to kill Malville. Flight, enhanced strength, strong enough to toss around Arax, enhanced speed, able to avoid Arax, scaly thick hide, can take blows from Nanook and stabs from Kyrax, sharp claws, able to gash Ferric and Arctor, sharp fangs, camouflage, can pretend to be a rock/mountain, and immune to poison, makes him one deadly opponent in the tournament.
Skor, the Winged Stallion. Fearless creature, his long yellowish teeth can tear chunks of human flesh because they drip acidic saliva. Silver sparks flash from his eyes, and his wingtips scatter golden light. Don't be distracted by the shimmering colors. However, this beast does not bleed, so he is unstoppable in battle. Even the deadliest blow will not wound Skor. And now onto his stats. Flight, enhanced strength, able to break Epos's bones. Regeneration, heals from bladed weapons and arrows near the body. Fire sparks can spit fire, acidic saliva, distracting wings, and horns make him one deadly opponent in the tournament.
Weaknesses are enchantment and durability limits. So, poor Ferno. Okay, well that goes into his weaknesses, which are weak head and sedation. If he's struck in the head hard enough, he'll be trapped in a crystal prison. He'll be defeated then. And sedation, Skor is susceptible to being placed in a sedated state by blowing through grass, like a grass whistle of sorts, to like calm him down. The battlefield is going to be a forest field, as they were both fought in a foresty-like manner. Well, I know this one was technically a mountainy, but has been in a few forests before. Even burnt down the jungle once. So with that, Ferno versus Skor. Let's get into this.
3, 2, 1! Ferno!
So as the chamber doors open, both beasts burst out through the sky exit, both flapping their wings, staring each other down. Ferno, having the ranged advantage, shoots a jet of fire directly towards Skor, and Skor, using his wings, flaps them as hard as he can, pushing the fire backwards before he dives down to avoid it. Ferno has failed to see Skor dive into the forest, so Ferno is just flying around, circling the area, trying to figure out where Skor went. When Ferno eventually figures out that Skor must be in the forest, he decides that he's going to clear the area a little bit. So he shoots a jet of fire at the forest and starts a massive fire that goes everywhere around it. Skor sees the jet of fire approaching him, and he dives out of the way just in time before he gets singed by the flames. And Ferno comes back down, and because there's some rocks in the arena, he camouflaged himself as a rock, whilst Skor comes out of the rock bushes where he was hiding, and just to see the forest burning down all around him. Looking around, he sends a few sparks of fire going towards some bushes, spontaneously combusting them. One of them was really close to Ferno, but being fire resistant, Ferno is. Some of the sparks do hit Ferno, but don't do much. But Skor did notice that when one of the bushes combusted, some sparks flew onto a rock, and they just stayed there for a bit before going out completely. However, when it landed on Ferno, who is also disguised as a rock, it just disappeared almost instantly. Skor got a bit curious about that. So what he does is he gently makes his way over towards the rock, and using his hooves, he bashes them into the rock, and instead of cracking, it only seems to make a slight indent and then just gets pushed back. At that point, Skor knows this is Ferno, and Ferno realises that his disguise is over. So he comes back out and goes to slash at Skor, and it hits Skor, knocking him back a little bit on the chest. The wounds heal up almost instantly, and Skor rives his head in anger and annoyance, flinging some acidic saliva towards Ferno. Ferno used his wing to deflect it, and it makes a few small burn holes in Ferno's wing. Ferno tries flying away, but it's a bit off balance but can still fly. Skor flaps up as well, and using his hooves, he bashes Ferno on the head, knocking Ferno's head down a little bit. Ferno decides to go and do the same thing, so lifting up his tail instead of his claw, he brings it up and smashes it down on Skor. Skor flings himself down a lot, but still able to get back up, neighing or whining in anger. Ferno shoots a jet of fire, which Skor is not able to avoid, but Skor just makes his way right through it, gradually but slowly but eventually getting towards Ferno, to where Skor uses his hooves and just uppercuts Ferno's head, and then uses another hoof, just slams his head back down. Skor, whilst Ferno's a bit disorientated there, Skor gets out of Ferno's sight, and being as quiet as he can, flaps his wings ways behind Ferno. Ferno, being a larger beast and having his wings make a very loud flap wing beat noise, he failed to know where Skor was. However, he had a sixth sense where he thought Skor would be behind him. So what he did, he got his tail, wrapped it around Skor's body, keeping his hooves up to his chest and crushing his wings against his body as well, and pulls Skor directly in front of Ferno, to where Skor builds up saliva in his mouth and shoots it at Ferno, to where Ferno just dodges it and then breathes fire directly on top of Skor's head, where Skor just whines in pain and agony. The mane on Skor's head starts burning away. The fur is also burning away, and Skor is suffering from serious burns on his head. He's still kicking though, still making noises, but he can't do anything. And Ferno decides to just put him out of his misery and just bites on Skor's head, ripping it off. He chucks Skor's body down on the ground and then spits the head out. Skor's lifeless head just stares back up at Ferno, and suddenly his entire body seems to merge into a crystal. A green-coloured crystal, I must say. And with that, Ferno makes his way back to the chamber, ready for the next battle. And with that, Ferno has won, Skor has lost. If you think Skor should have won, please leave in the comments below why you think of that. However, my word is final and Ferno's moving on to the next round. For me, this wasn't really much of a competition for Ferno because Ferno has a massive size advantage. And whilst I tried to use each of the beast abilities to help them, with Ferno's poison immunity, but also fire resistance being a dragon, Skor's 2 abilities, which helps him most of combat, won't help him that much. The acidic saliva kind of helped him, but the fiery sparks wouldn't. So with that, I had to give Ferno the victory. But with that being said, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down in the corner below, and I'll see you next time.